What is a woman has been the question of the year. Matt Walsh with his documentary, What is a Woman, has totally broke the internet. Questions such as, can you define what a woman is? Some people are fearful of defining that simple question. Even furthermore, some are saying we don't know what the difference is between a woman and a man. And some are saying that men can now have babies. So there's a lot of confusion and a lot of crazy stuff going on over the internet here. But in this particular video, we are going to answer and ask another question. What is a man? But with this one, I'm gonna take a listen to Campus Reform. Campus Reform is gonna give us a 2 minutes walk through this question here. What is a man? Have you ever considered what a man is? And I think the family structure is heavily under attack, and the devil is behind the door. And with that being said, we're gonna see what is the perspective of those individuals on campus right now in regard to what a man is. Since we cannot answer what a woman is, how about we find out what a man is today? So with that being said, let's get into the heart of the message.
What's up, guys? My name is Jaden Hurd with Campus Reform. We're out here at Auburn University in front of Sanford Lawn with recent controversy going on at UPenn with the transgender athlete Leah Thomas. We're out here asking Auburn men, what is a man? Stay tuned. So what is a man?
A gentleman, doesn't let people walk over them, but always willing to help and always willing to give somebody the shirt off their back.
Someone with an X chromosome and a Y chromosome.
A biological male.
A biological human male.
Courageous, leads the pack, strong, independent.
Wow, these answers were unexpected for sure. But what does this tell you? There is hope. You know, despite of all the insanity that we've seen today and the wokeness that has driven our culture, leaving us more confused than ever before, videos like this shows that they have not all gone crazy. Some of us still got some level of sanity left in us. There are some young people who still standing for basic reality.
Someone you can rely on.
An adult human male.
Intelligent, strong. It's more like values. Strong, confident, leader, role model.
The biological definition.
Biological man.
A lot of people would say all you have to do is identify as a man and you're a man. What do you think about that?
Kind of strange.
I would say that's false.
Not only it is strange, it is false. It is unbiblical. It's not science. It's not biology. It's emotion. It's feeling. And guess what? You are entitled to it. And I give you respect for feeling the way you feel. But you cannot project your feeling on me and make me feel guilty for not feeling the way you do. You know, I have my rights to disagree with you. There were some young people speaking for
Identify as a man and you're a man. What do you think about that?
Kind of strange.
I would say that's false. I'm a Christian, so I would believe that God created us male and female.
Crucial point that he just made here. Part of the discussion that we are having with all this transgender stuff, and people can't speak in regard to whether or not the difference between a male and a female, we have to go back to the biblical story. The Creator. He sets the rules. We don't. We simply fall in line with the reality of what that is. God says, let us make men in our image according to our likeness. God created them, male and female created he them. So according to scripture, God only made two genders. Now, culture can say whatever they want. And guess what? It's okay. You can speak. But you will not change the truth that God established from the beginning. And nature speak for itself.
And that gives us certain differences, biological and social.
I don't think so.
You don't choose what you are, just whatever you're born with, that's what you are.
It's stupid.
You're a man based on biological stuff, and that's just how things work.
That's dumb. You can't change what you are.
I guess you could identify as whatever you want, but I don't think that changes your physical gender. Anybody can share the values that I share as a man, and I respect that.
And what does that say about society as a whole, this conversation about gender and sex?
I don't know why we're having this conversation. Historically speaking, nobody else had this debate.
I don't know why we're having it either. It's possibly because many of our colleges have totally dropped the ball in educating our young people on things that really matter, but instead they have gotten so woke that they have forsaken the oath of educating people about intellectuals, things that really can drive our society forward. But instead, they focus a lot more on creating this level of identity politics, of just driving the culture in a very backward manner. Yeah, somebody once said, some of us are making progress, but backward. And I think our society is making a backward progress. But you know what? No matter how messed up things might be, some of us have not lost it. We still got some sanity left in us.
Gotten really tolerant of a lot of things that really shouldn't be questionable. We're really progressive, and we've kind of lost our way with traditional moral values.
These societal norms are, like it or not, a good standard for people to live by in Western civilization.
Society is based on people. Our society has developed around the roles that God created for people. With the decline in Christianity, we see a lot of the decline of these traditional social norms.
There's a lot of different people.
Key point. Don't read past what he just said. The more you get rid of Christianity from a societal approach, is the more the society deepens into this down spiral of darkness. Our world could never be good. The more they depart from God, is the deeper they go into sin. The unfortunate reality is, this world today has made the Christian God look stupid, foolish, or like bigots. At least that's the way the Christians are portrayed. I'm pretty sure some of them do exist. But as far as the teaching of the Christian, as far as the biblical values which we believe in, these things are true. And the society cannot survive when they get rid of the Christian God. Do your research. Now, I am not advocating for state law Christian religion. No. I'm advocating for biblical values in our lives, such as we should not kill, steal, commit adultery, marriage between a man and a woman, knowing the difference between the sexes, having schools separated, teaching children the true values of making a living and doing things in a way that is right in the sight of God and men. To get rid and depart from these things and to dumb down the truth about Christianity is like you chopping your own legs. Even if you don't believe in Christianity, you do not want to attack Christianity, because the very blessings and the values which you enjoy came from the Christian God.
People, and a lot of people call me super closed-minded. Just let people live their own lives.
It shows how we're in decline, that we just reject reality instead of living in the reality that God has given us.
I love the fact they keep on mentioning God, and I love this because God is the authority in these matters. While we should talk about them and try to take having our perspective and opinion, but ultimately we have to understand that God is the one who set up the rules in the first place, and therefore the rules need to be applied, respected, and obeyed, because there is an authority, a figure in authority, who had said this goes this way and that should not be that way. Therefore, we obey and we listen, we apply, because God says so. And you don't have to be a believer to agree with God. You can say, I don't believe in God, but to go against the very principles which he has established, the laws of nature, the laws that are in our hearts, the very values which we cherish today, to go against those very principles, you're going against God, and ultimately you are deteriorating your own society. Let's go back to the video.
It's kind of opening a conversation up where there's multiple different perspectives.
It says that we live in a fallen world.
We've had like extreme views on race, and now we're having, extreme views on gender abolition. In the end, it'll mellow out and we'll get more reasonable.
Society's kind of...
I wish that was true. We will mellow out and come together and we'll get more reasonable, but it doesn't always seem that is the case. Now, there's been time where nations will rise back up and clean up their mess. But at the stage that things are going right now, I have very little hope. I think what's going to happen is what the Bible tells us. There is going to be a push for Christianity that's going to actually create even bigger problems. I'm going to explain this in a future video. because as things get worse, there's going to be an effort to fix it, but in the fixing is going to lead to what the Bible refers to as the mark of the beast. Okay, so this is a whole nother discussion in itself. And to be honest with you, there is no fixing of this matter. I think what's going to happen is God is going to fix people, and he's going to fix them on an individual level. He's going to meet you where you are. He's going to convert the heart with the hope of the gospel and faith exercised in Christ. Some individuals will come out of that mess, but for the vast majority of us, unfortunately, we are doomed because of unbelief, not because of God, because of unbelief. Now, let's move on and bring this to a close.
Taking the traditional roles that we had from the past and carried them on just in a different setting.
Yeah, I appreciate this. These young people are showing a level of intelligence and knowledge about some of these matters, and they are showing, listen, man, despite of all this confusion that we got going on in the world today, there is this principle that you see being repeated throughout the whole video. There is this value, a Christian value, this God concept. It is there, and I love the fact that they spoke in this fashion. Go into the Bible. The Bible tells us that. Genesis 1 verse 26, and this is what we have gotten wrong over the years, and we need to go back to the book, get it fixed up. It says, let us make men in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, all over the earth, over every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth. So God created men in his own image, in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Very significant. So God created them through the one man, which is Adam, which means earth, or you can even say dirt. So through Adam, God created the woman, and therefore he made you two genders, these two. God says he blessed them, and he says he multiplied them and replenished the earth. You have to understand what is really going on here in our society. The image of God is under attack. Men have to understand this. Once the image of God is under attack, the dominion that God has given to Adam and Eve is also under attack. So it's not just us that are being impacted. Even nature is being impacted by these very moves. So we have to understand, when man falls, so falls nature. So a lot of people don't realize there is a link between what's happening to humanity and what's happening to our world today and those disasters. You want to call it climate change? Well, go to the Bible. What it refers to that is dominion over the fish of the sea and the fowls of the air. And these things that are happening in the natural world are the reflection of what's happening in the hearts of humanity. So when you look at all of that, and God created man in his own image, and the image of God created he, him, male and female created he, them. So by those two coming together, male and female coming together, they reflect the image of God. So God is best seen through the union of a male and a female, the marriage, right? The holy matrimony. To go against this reality is to destroy and deface the image of God. And Satan exactly is looking to do just that. And I'm so glad there are still some young people with some common sense who say, no. The more you get rid of Christianity, the worse things are going to be. And guess what? It is exactly what is going on today. So please comment below, put your thought and perspective with me. Share with me what you think about this video. This brings a lot of hope, showing that there are some young people who still have some common sense left in them. They still have a level of truth and reality, and an objective reality, should I say, bound in their hearts. And I love parents who've done their job, instill these principles in them. So what is your thought and perspective on this particular video? Where do you take your stand? And let me ask you one last question. What is a man? Comment below, let me know what you think. Until next time, and as always, remember to like and subscribe, and also click the bell icon for more of our notification uploads. Check out our links below, our merch store, and so on. See if you could find something there that you can use and put on to support this channel. God bless you until next time, and as always, remember to look unto Jesus to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.